Hi guys. I can barely even function. I feel like I can't even function, like, physically. Because the directed energy weapon attacks are so fucking severe. So extreme and so fucking severe. It's like fucking pinpricks on a lot of my body. Just fucking, all these fucking pinpricks. And as I said in the previous video, ChatGPT had said it's an extreme form of torture of me, and that it's horrifying. Now I've got a lot to say. I've got a lot of things that I need to say. So the date today is at the 4th of February today. It's behind the timer. I think it's the 4th of February. Anyway, so as of today, the accommodation prices in Sweden, like hotels, hostels, even the cheapest hostels, usually they're around for private room with bathroom, private bathroom, right, toilet. The prices are usually, from what I'd observed, anything between £30 GBP, British pounds, and £40, right? You could fairly easily get a room in Sweden, Stockholm, before today, for £30 a night, right? Now, all of a sudden, just completely and utterly out of the blue, the prices in Stockholm have just skyrocketed to over double, and I think almost triple that. Now, I received that same sort of harassment of me when I was in Dublin, Ireland, which then, because I saw the prices just suddenly skyrocket to the point that it was like not affordable anymore. I realised I've got to act quickly. I realised, fuck me, the prices have skyrocketed to a ridiculous amount, and obviously, what can I say? I knew instantly what would happen. It would completely and utterly drain me of my savings, and I'd be basically chucked onto the streets and die on the streets. I realised that, and I realised my savings would rapidly drain from me via this financial exploitation from Keir Starmer UK, leading the fucking shit show torture of me. So I realised, one, I'd be chucked out on the street, and two, I wouldn't be able to afford no fucking food or drink, and realised I'd be dead. I'd die on the fucking streets, homeless, right? I almost instantly identified this risk, so I acted almost immediately. I made my way to Dublin airport and fled to Sweden. Pretty much, I acted as soon as I could, because I realised that was going to happen to me, right? So that prompted me to flee Dublin, and a whole set of other reasons as well. Food was being laced and poisoned. To everything was being laced and poisoned. It escalated to that point as well. So I identified, fuck me, if I would just simply die in Dublin. I either that or coercive psychiatry in Dublin would just get their filthy hands over me and have me drugged up for life. So I identified the risks, and I fucking fled from Dublin and into Sweden. Yeah, I went straight to the airport, tried to buy the next available ticket. They didn't have no fucking flights that evening, and it was the following day. So it was on the 7th November. Obviously, I boarded a flight from Dublin to Sweden and landed on the 7th of November 2024. So I'm just scratching. Sorry, so boarded a flight from Dublin into Sweden and landed in Stockholm Airport. I believe it was Arlanda, but I don't know. It begins with an A. Begins with an A, the airport name. Stockholm Airport. Anyway, so I landed on the 7th of November 2024. It then became a realisation today. Fuck me. I read the email today. The appeal for the asylum rejection, maliciously rejected, it's gone to the some sort of migration court of appeal, and the realisation that it's probably all predetermined anyway. That the services here are so corrupt, probably under death threats from China and UK. So I then thought, well, fuck me, I'm not going to win this because it's so fucking corrupt. I'm not going to win this. It's unlikely because I had so much evidence to prove my life was at risk. I was at risk. My life was at risk in the UK from the likes of Keir Starmer, Boris Johnson, and just freaking British government paedophiles and fucking torturers and mass massacres, mass murderers. Anyway, I had so much evidence, and it's obviously been rejected by the first stage of the appeal, the Migration Administrative Court in Stockholm. It's obvious to me. It's been fucking rejected and forwarded over to the fucking Migration Court of Appeal. Now things are so freaking corrupt here, so I realise the reality is I won't fucking win this appeal, and I won't get asylum. I won't be getting asylum status here. Considering how fucking corrupt it's been. It's just been torture the whole fucking time. Ever since I fucking landed here. And it's basically slow killing me. I felt like I was going to die. Like, just before making this fucking recording, I just felt, again, tortured into feeling deathly again. The extreme torture of me. Just before switching this pressing the record button, the extreme and severe torture of me in Sweden now. It's sorry, I'm scratching. It's so freaking itchy. It's so itchy. My hip is so itchy. I've got a crust. The directed energy weapon attached to my neck. It's formed a crust on the skin. That's how severe this torture is via the directed energy weapon attacks. I'm struggling to concentrate because it's so freaking itchy. I'm just scratching at my hip. Right, so I'm not going to win the appeal because they're so corrupt. The torture of me has been ridiculous. They're so corrupt. So where they've been so corrupt in Sweden, the courts will be just equally as corrupt. And given that the first stage of appeal they've already rejected, that's just so fucking corrupt anyway. There's far too much evidence to prove that my life is at risk, and the Swedish government and other governments have my covert surveillance data anyway. These governments tend to share surveillance data amongst themselves. There's the Five Eyes Intelligence or something, and then Nine Eyes something. 9 Eyes, I've forgotten what it's called, but you know what I mean. What's alliances mean? But anyway, I think they form like professional connections between governments, and they help each other out, and they share information and data such as the surveillance data on individuals. They have like a sort of professional connection and networks, I believe, whatever networks means. But anyway, I've only got half a minute. I'm gonna have to end this, and then I'll be back because I need to limit it to 10-minute videos. I'm scratching like fuck.